This meeting is
He were
adjourned.
the city
The
attorney.
meeting's been adjourned under the mayor's power.
The mayor doesn't have the, no, he does not.
Goodbye, Mr.
He
Brandenburg.
does not have the authority. It has to be by vote of
Goodbye,
the
Mr.
majority.
Brandenburg.
Sir? It has to be by vote of the
Go
majority.
and create
Please
new,
stay in your seats.
Go and create new sunshine violations, Mr. Brandenburg.
Yeah. Yes. Please, everyone in here, please.
Law enforcement has confirmed the mayor's decision to adjourn the meeting due to the disorder which he is allowed to do.
Are we getting it on the agenda for the next meeting?
Have the governing member, and I'll be speaking with him.
Yes, say that for me. Vice Mayor, you're now in charge of the meeting. The next item on the agenda is a resolution, a trim resolution that everyone, including the sheriff's office, has determined is necessary for this city to
Make
proceed
sure
forward.
that you tell them you are responsible for any injuries or any disruption in this building, because you are directing them to do something that you have no authority to do.
Vice Mayor, this is resolution number 2021.
Let's go.
A resolution of the City Commission of the City of Pahokee, Florida, setting the proposed millage rate for fiscal year 21-22 pursuant to section 200.065 Florida statute, together with a rolled back rate, establishing the proposed millage rate and tentative budget for the special for the fiscal year 21-22, providing for directions to the city clerk, providing for an effective date.
The meeting is adjourned. There is no meeting.
The resolution has been read. I would recommend a motion to approve that resolution.
She's wrong.
There is a motion and a second.
Motion to approve the resolution.
Yes, this Washington,
Is
D.C.
there a
all over
second?
again.
All those in favor?
No, this is Washington, D.C.
All right. Now, that's the only item that you needed to do for this evening. If you would like to now go to
Keep talking to them people like that, Mayor.
They were here if it wasn't announced. How'd they know?
This is an affidavit that is filed with the state attorney's office today. I think you should take a careful look at it.
You're the same person who destroyed files and then told me that you would not let me pick anything up because you were destroying all of the files. You're the same person who wants to come back. You're the city attorney.
Here's the affidavit that was filed with the state attorney's attorney general, inspector general, and the ethics commission of Palm Beach County today.
Good luck trying to correct what you did, Mr. Brandenburg. It's already on the record. Everybody saw it. Good luck trying to correct that. Good luck trying to correct that. This is not.
That Trump is. I don't think it's that. I think it's. Come on to your car.
Clear them out.
Here, let me give you the umbrella. I got one. Come on.
Oh, I think I already have if they're going to stay in there,
They've been threatening people right here. If y'all want to hear something, follow the meters where I've been threatened, picked up. People want to hurt me because I'm speaking the truth. I got plenty of information. People know I ain't wrong. He lying, deceiving the people.
What do you ladies think of the whole thing?
Extra credits.
Yeah, very, very informative. Very informative. They asked for it 2 meetings ago, and they adjourned the meeting when they asked for the same thing, so they adjourned it again when they asked for it again. So
what is your opinion on this decorum and everything like that?
do I really have to give an opinion?
What?
Should I really give an opinion? You've seen it.
Yeah.
Is this candid camera?
This is journalism. So
This is what?
This is I'm an independent journalist.
Okay. Well, you ought to have a good program on this one tonight.
Yeah. What was your what was y'all's immediate thought on the whole thing?
This is long overdue. The mayor could have had this meeting done weeks ago, and he refused to even let it get on the agenda. Even closed the meeting about 5 minutes till 9, so they couldn't put it on the agenda. They wanted to, and he wouldn't let them. That's why all of this ruckus. Thank you.
This has been going on for more than 5 years. This just didn't start last week. This started when I moved here 5 years ago, and I saw all kinds of red flags. Having worked for governments before, it was ridiculous. There was no access to information. We have residents who have filed information requests that have been sitting there for 2 years unanswered. The city manager refused to talk to anybody. The mayor refused to talk to anybody. The last 3 meetings, because they know that we're close to outing them with some very sketchy stuff, we don't care if they just go away, just go away. But this is why they're dying here, because they know that their time is up. This has been going on for 22 years. When I moved here, the residents of all walks were like, they're crooks, they're criminals, and I'm like, why don't you vote? Oh no, they retaliate against us. We don't vote. It took 2.5 years to get people brave enough to come out and vote last time in the municipal election here. So yeah, this is not just this little small crowd. This is big. This has been going on the last 3 meetings. I don't know if you were here, but they were all adjourned by the mayor for scariness. So, you know, he refused to allow any of them to go through. So all of the motions that were all of the agenda items, mysteriously, were not on the following meeting, which was also deleted. The agenda items were not on this meeting. So old business, yeah, it's a joke. It's been a joke for the 5 years that I've been here. The citizens don't want it. This small group is a very small group belonging to church, fraternity, and school. They have unabashed loyalty. Not for any reason that the city, I mean, look at the city. This mayor claims to have been great for this city for 22 years. Before you leave, please go drive down through the central city and tell me what's been going on for 22 years. It's not rocket science. 3 IG reports. The city manager, the previous city manager, left because he was under fire for missing audits. We have not had, as a matter of fact, we have filed incomplete state audits with Tallahassee for the past 5 years. The city manager says, oh yes, we filed our audits. Well, when you call Tallahassee, they say yes, they were filed on time, they're incomplete. Our auditors quit because they could not get information from the city. We're done with that. We want the city to be run for its citizens, not for a small group. Go ahead and grab
City
him.
manager? City manager! What was your opinion on the decorum of tonight? Mr. Manager.
So, and I just wanted to point out, these commissioners, Mayor Babs, Commissioner Everett, who's no longer here, and Commissioner Mervin, were recalled last year by an overwhelming number of citizens. So as a recall works, you get your petition signed by citizens, box it up, you send it to the supervisor of elections immediately, as the statute says. This group took that box, kept it for 10 days. They gave the petitions to the mayor, the vice mayor at the time, and Everett. who went around bullying and scaring elderly people here, saying that they were going to have to go to court now. Why did they vote against them for a recall? So yeah, when they talk about, oh, the citizens, you're being bad to the citizens, I call it their humble pie speech. So yeah, anyway, sorry to interrupt you. They have already been recalled, and I can't say because I didn't see it that they falsified documents. But the box that we sent to the supervisor of elections and the box that they delivered to the supervisor of elections did not have the same contents. Thank you.
No problem. Hello, Ms. Perez. How are you today?
Less than highly favored.
So, what's your reactions to tonight on the decorum and everything?
I'm not going to speak to what happened here tonight. We'll let the attorney speak to you about that. What I want to say is that ever since I got elected, I have sat on that diocese, and because of Resolution 2019-02, it basically is a gag order on the commissioners, because we cannot address the citizens and the citizens cannot address us. They have to go either through the mayor or the city manager. So they have set up there, they have derogated my character, they have lied on me, they have brought up lawsuits, and even accused me of wanting to retaliate against her because she is representing the city. First of all, there's a clause in her contract that states that she is not to represent the city when the city is being sued. That's in her contract. So one of the lawsuits it does not pertain me. It's not towards me. It's towards a corporation that is owned by my family. Okay? So directly it has nothing to do with me. Being a registered owner, the registered agent, because my mother-in-law does not speak English and I was doing her paperwork, that does not make me part of the corporation. That, for one thing, that case has been since 2018, which it keeps being delayed by the city. And it's because they used it as a political weapon to get me disqualified in 2018. I am the only member in the diocese that have had to seek and pay legal counsel twice in my running. They did it to me in 2018, and the judge ruled in my favor. And they did it this time with 9 days before the election. They disqualified me again for the same reason. 3 days prior to the election, the judge ruled in my favor, and I was able to run 3 days prior to the election. And the judge pretty much kind of like reprimanded them for doing this to a candidate twice. Okay? This is what they're using to make this big thing in all the media that I have 2 lawsuits against the city. The only thing I'm seeking is being reimbursed for my attorney fees because they wrongfully made me retain an attorney, and it's not fair. So that is the only thing that I have to say. And for those of you that are mistaking my frustration and my passion for what I promised and for what was part of my platform when I ran, if you think that this is retaliation or aggression, then you don't know me at all. This is not. Yes, I am upset, and I'm upset because I am tired. Everybody that comes to this city rips off the city, and I'm doing this for all the youth, not for the adults, but the youth, because any mother that hears what I have to say could see that
you don't want anything being done to your child. And the kids in this community deserve to have the same lifestyle as everyone else. But you know what we don't? Because every money that comes here disappears. It gets taken, it gets stolen. And we do not hold the people accountable. We tap them in the head and we give them a pass. So no, I'm not for that. I'm for justice. I am for justice. So if you voted for me, this is what you voted for me for. And I thank you. For those that didn't vote for me, then you keep fighting me and you stick to the corruption. Thank you, and you have a good night, and God bless you.
Mrs. Perez, if I could ask one last question. How many more meetings do you think that this will take before this is all resolved?
I have no idea. We have tried to put the same motion that we put tonight. This is the third time with a motion and a second, and it's been adjourned by the city mayor. They keep, even though we have the majority, they keep trying to get away with the same corruption in the same ways as they've been doing for the past 5 years. And the majority of the citizens of this city are fed up. They're fed up. They want it finished. They want it over. And that's what we're fighting for.